The CEO of Flying Embers, Bill Moses, is with me today. Bill, how the heck are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Well, okay, so clearly I think you're not at the nexus of so many trends by accident. It's because you have so much experience in the beverage industry. I'm wondering if you could give any tips for entrepreneurs starting to think about getting into the beverage industry themselves.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's I read or I'm familiar with 300 new beverages start every year. One succeeds. So it's a competitive landscape, and what it really requires, the tip I'd give is that um, if you're going to start a business, you need some basic you need some basic boxes checked. One is that you need to be part of a rising trend or tide.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that is, make sure that it's something that there's a macro trend happening, and obviously plant-based is it. Excuse me. Two, you really need to make sure that you have a team or a partner or yourself that really gets in the weeds and the details of how to manufacture a product where you have enough margin, enough gross profit margin or product margin, so that you can make a business out of it. I know so many entrepreneurs that start with a great idea, they have a great product, but they never really took the time to figure out or think through the pathway to making the cost of goods low enough so that they could price it right and get enough margin in to keep the business sustainable. So really, really drilling down on that. I think the third most important thing is pitching your tent and not allowing the challenges to stop or impede you, because the successful entrepreneur is going to feel like the game is over, and there's no way out, and they're getting ready to fold their cards. But what you need to do is go a little deeper, push a little harder, make sure your tent is pitched, as they say, and keep at it. So that one box is the key between, I think, an entrepreneur that ends up making it and an entrepreneur that just keeps trying but never makes it.
Yes, I completely agree. I always like to say, I always think the entrepreneurs that make it are the ones who are willing to work the hardest. So not the most talented, not the best connected, not the prettiest, not even the smartest, but you are willing to leave no stone unturned again and again. You're just persistent and you don't give up. And those who could make their money last the longest. Maybe not so key for you now as you're in business number 2 and you had business number 1 that was so successful. But for the first startup business that has no funding coming to it naturally, ooh, you got to be scrappy.